Have you ever noticed how, as we get older, it becomes easier to let certain things go rather than fight every battle? It's not about giving up, it's about growing wiser. Sometimes, choosing silence over confrontation or appearing less aware than we truly are isn't weakness at all. It's a quiet strategy to protect our peace, dignity, and energy. In this video, we'll explore 6 powerful situations where acting unaware becomes a profound display of strength and intelligence. These aren't ordinary tips, but life strategies shaped by years of experience and emotional growth. You'll learn how to handle family conflicts with grace, shield your inner peace from unnecessary criticism, navigate modern challenges without frustration, and maintain your dignity no matter the situation. You'll also discover how to guard your kindness from being exploited, why stepping back from arguments can actually make you stronger, and how being underestimated can turn into one of your greatest ally. Advantages. This isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about reclaiming control over your emotions, relationships, and overall well-being. Make sure you stay until the very end, because the final insight will reveal how these subtle acts of wisdom don't just benefit you, but also leave behind a lasting legacy of strength, grace, and resilience for those around you. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss valuable lessons like this. And if you find this video helpful, liking and sharing it helps us reach more people who need these insights. Now, let's get started and unlock the quiet strength that comes with wisdom. Number 1. When family members make decisions without consulting you. As we grow older, there comes a point where loved ones, often guided by care and concern, begin to make choices on our behalf without first seeking our input. They may believe they are protecting our health, managing our finances wisely, or arranging our living situation in ways they think are best for us. To them, these actions seem thoughtful and necessary. Yet, no matter how pure their intentions, such decisions can leave us with an unsettling feeling of being overlooked. There's a quiet sting in realizing that your opinions, preferences, or desires are no longer at the center of conversations that directly affect your life. It can feel like an invisible curtain has been drawn, one that slowly separates you from control over your own choices. It's perfectly natural to feel upset, even resentful, in these moments. Our independence, our right to decide how we live, where we live, and what's best for us is deeply personal. When that sense of control is threatened, the emotions that rise up are valid and deserve acknowledgement. The instinctive reaction may be to resist fiercely, to assert yourself and demand to be heard. And while standing up for yourself is important, I've come to realize that strength doesn't always mean meeting force with force. Sometimes, choosing patience over confrontation allows us to keep our dignity intact. Deliberately pausing before reacting creates an opportunity to think clearly and respond from a place of calm rather than frustration. When we slow down, we gain perspective. We begin to ask ourselves, are they doing this out of genuine love and care? Are they afraid of what the future holds for us? Or are they simply uncertain about how best to support us? These reflections open a doorway to empathy. By understanding their motivations, we can respond thoughtfully instead of defensively. Instead of saying, "Why didn't you ask me first?" try softening the tone. "I know you're worried, and I truly appreciate your care. Can we sit down together and talk about what's best?" Approaching the conversation with openness shifts the dynamic from opposition to collaboration. It turns potential conflict into an opportunity to strengthen trust and build mutual understanding. I also remind myself that age brings its own quiet wisdom. The years we've lived, the challenges we've overcome, and the lessons we've learned give us a perspective our children and loved ones may not yet possess. By embodying patience and composure, we gently remind them that we are not just passive observers in our lives, we are partners in decision-making, capable of thoughtful choices. Choosing to listen, reflect, and respond with care does not mean relinquishing your voice or authority. On the contrary, it communicates strength in a way that demands respect without ever raising it as a demand. It shows that we are still the same strong, capable individuals we've always been, simply navigating this new season of life differently. This balance of calm assurance and quiet strength preserves not only our dignity, but also the relationships that matter most. At the end of the day, family is about unity, not division. Protecting that bond while keeping our independence intact is one of the greatest acts of love we can offer both to ourselves and to those who care about us. And when misunderstandings inevitably arise as, they sometimes we'll be better prepared to handle them with grace. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to teach through example, to show that respect and compassion can coexist even in moments of tension. In doing so, we leave behind a legacy of patience, understanding, and resilience that future generations can learn from. Number 2, when someone underestimates your abilities. As we journey through life and step into its later chapters, it's not uncommon for others to view us through the narrow filter of age rather than the fullness of who we are. This often shows up in subtle, sometimes frustrating ways. A young shop attendant carefully explaining how to use a touchscreen, assuming it's unfamiliar territory. A cheerful neighbor offering help with a task you've effortlessly handled for decades. Even close family members stepping in to assist without asking, assuming their intervention is necessary simply because of your years. While these moments may seem harmless, they can carry a sting. Being underestimated, even unintentionally, can leave you feeling overlooked, as if your years of experience and strength have somehow been forgotten. It's perfectly natural, in these situations, to want to push back to demonstrate that you're just as capable, sharp, and independent as ever. After all, your life's journey has been marked by resilience, hard-earned lessons, and triumphs over countless challenges. It can hurt when others fail to recognize the depth and the abilities you still hold. Yet, this is where the quiet wisdom of experience becomes your greatest ally. You don't need to fight every assumption or prove your worth in every moment. True power lies not in loud rebuttals, but in the calm certainty of knowing exactly who you are. When your sense of self is unshakable, their limited perceptions lose their grip on you. More often than not, when someone doubts your abilities, it says far more about their assumptions than it does about your reality. It reflects their own inexperience, fears, or stereotypes, not your actual capacity. Recognizing this truth allows you to respond from a place of peace rather than defensiveness. Imagine this. Someone is painstakingly explaining a simple concept, assuming you won't understand. Instead of showing irritation, you smile warmly and say, "Thank you for taking the time to explain that I appreciate it." This isn't surrender, it's strength. By staying composed, you take control of the moment. You allow their assumptions to crumble naturally, without a single raised voice or confrontation. In doing so, you demonstrate confidence without ever needing to announce it. And sometimes, letting others underestimate you creates unexpected moments of quiet triumph. Picture the surprised look on someone's face when they see you managing online banking flawlessly, fixing a household device with ease, or video chatting effortlessly with your grandchildren. Actions like these gently but powerfully challenge stereotypes and remind everyone, including yourself, of your enduring capability. The goal isn't to battle every misconception, but to choose when and how to reveal your strengths. You decide the terms of engagement, using grace and composure as your most effective tools. It's not about proving anyone wrong, it's about remaining grounded in the truth of your own abilities. Never lose sight of the richness of your journey. The wisdom you've gained, the challenges you've conquered, and the milestones you've celebrated cannot be diminished by a passing moment of doubt. You carry within you the stories of perseverance and growth that define who you are, a living testament to strength and possibility. When you choose to respond with dignity and patience, you send a powerful, unspoken message. Age is not a limitation, it's a crown of experience and a marker of a life well lived. Above all, hold on to this. You have nothing left to prove. Your life's path, your actions, and your resilience already speak for you. Others may underestimate you, but their assumptions do not define your worth. By embracing peace over defensiveness, confidence over insecurity, and composure over frustration, you reaffirm a profound truth: your value has never diminished. You are not here to meet anyone else's expectations. You are here to live fully, on your terms, with the quiet power of knowing exactly who you are. And that knowledge is your greatest freedom. Number 3, when family arguments or tensions arise. Family is one of life's greatest treasures, a source of love, belonging, and shared history. Yet, even within the closest-knit families, tensions can flare and conflicts can arise. In our later years, these moments can feel heavier, perhaps because we value peace more deeply than ever before. You've likely weathered your share of disagreements over the years, some small and fleeting, others lingering like echoes from the past. Old wounds may resurface, clashing values between generations may spark friction, or simple misunderstandings may spiral into larger conflicts. These disputes, no matter how trivial they may seem, can weigh heavily on the heart, especially when all you long for is harmony among the people you love most. As an elder, you often find yourself in a unique and delicate position within the family. Others naturally look to you for wisdom, reassurance, and sometimes even for validation of their point of view. In these moments, it can feel as though you're being pulled in multiple directions, struggling to support each person while longing to preserve unity. But true wisdom lies in knowing when to step forward and when to step back. Not every storm requires your intervention. Sometimes, the most powerful act is simply choosing to remain calm and grounded while others find their way through their emotions. By resisting the urge to take sides or impose your solution, you give space for healing to unfold naturally. That doesn't mean remaining silent or indifferent. It means choosing your words with intention. A gentle response like, "I know this matters to you, and I trust you'll find a way through it," can hold more weight than 100 arguments. Such words acknowledge the emotions at play, while subtly encouraging your loved ones to resolve the matter without forcing your hand. This quiet strength can be a guiding force. It reminds everyone involved that what binds you together, the shared love, history, and connection, is far greater than any single disagreement. Families are built on more than who's right or wrong. They're sustained by forgiveness, patience, and compassion. Over time, experience teaches us that many conflicts lose their sharp edges with distance. What seems overwhelming today often softens tomorrow. By choosing composure over confrontation, you protect your own peace while showing others a gentler path forward. Your role as a calm observer is not passive, it's deeply intentional. It demonstrates an understanding of the bigger picture, a recognition that relationships matter more than pride. Through your steadiness, you model patience, resilience, and the power of letting go, offering a quiet invitation for others to follow your example. In doing so, you also honor your emotional well-being. It's an act of self-preservation to recognize that not every battle needs to be fought, and not every disagreement requires your voice. Sometimes, holding space and maintaining your own serenity is the greatest gift you can offer your family. And when the inevitable storms pass, as they always do, it is love that remains. The laughter, the shared memories, the deep bond that weaves you all together, these are the things that endure. Let your legacy within your family be one of patience, compassion, and unwavering strength, the anchor that holds everyone steady, no matter how rough the waters become. Because, in the end, it's not the arguments that define us. It's the love we choose to protect, the peace we foster, and the unity we preserve. That is the true mark of wisdom, and it's a gift only someone with your depth of experience can give. So, the next time tensions arise, take a deep breath, choose your peace, and lead with your heart. Your calmness can be the spark that reminds your family what truly matters, and your quiet wisdom can become the bridge that keeps everyone connected. Number 4, when you encounter technology you don't fully understand. Some days, it feels like the world is sprinting ahead at full speed, leaving us scrambling to catch up. Technology changes so quickly now that what seemed cutting edge yesterday feels outdated today. Smartphones, apps, video calls, smart homes, and even artificial intelligence can feel like stepping into a whole new universe where the rules are rewritten overnight. For many older adults, this rapid shift can feel overwhelming, as though the world is speaking a language they were never taught. Suddenly, everyday things from booking a doctor's appointment to paying bills require navigating screens, passwords, and endless updates. It's no wonder so many feel left out or disconnected. But let me say this clearly: there is no shame in feeling lost sometimes. The speed of change isn't the reflection of your intelligence or ability, it's simply the nature of the times we live in. You grew up in a world where phones had cords, letters arrived with stamps, and human connection wasn't filtered through a screen. That world shaped you, and it was beautiful in its simplicity. And yet, here you are, still trying. That, in itself, speaks volumes. Think about everything you've already adapted to: the revolutions, the innovations, the shifts in culture and society. You've weathered storms, celebrated triumphs, and rebuilt after losses. Technology is just the latest chapter in a lifetime of learning and growth. Still, it's easy to feel embarrassed when you get stuck. We've all been there, staring at a blinking screen, wondering what went wrong. But instead of letting frustration take over, consider approaching these moments with curiosity and even a little humor. Ask yourself, why not treat this as just another puzzle to solve? And here's the truth: there's nothing wrong with asking for help. In fact, it can be one of the most meaningful ways to connect. Imagine leaning over to your grandchild and saying, "Can you show me how this works?" Suddenly, it's not just about learning, it becomes a shared moment of bonding, laughter, and discovery. You might be surprised by how much joy others feel when they get to guide you. Younger generations often love the opportunity to teach, to give back, and to feel needed. By letting them share their knowledge, you're not only learning something new or giving them a chance to shine. These moments, small as they seem, are where real connections grow. They become the memories you look back on with a smile at times you laughed together over a typo, learned a new trick, or discovered a shortcut you never knew existed. Of course, there will be times when the frustration creeps back in. That's okay. The important thing is not to let it stop you from trying. Approach every new gadget, every new app, every unfamiliar update with the same spirit you've carried through life: the willingness to grow, to learn, and to adapt. Because here's the thing: technology isn't the goal, it's the tool. It doesn't define your worth, your intelligence, or your value. What matters is how you use it: to connect with loved ones, to learn something new, to enrich your life rather than complicate it. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is laugh when it doesn't work, try again when it fails, and remind yourself that mastery is not required to live fully. In the end, it's not about keeping up with every new device or app, it's about staying connected to what matters most. Technology is just a bridge, not the destination. The real beauty lies in the people you connect with, the conversations you share, and the memories you create along the way. Here's the fully rewritten, unique, and engaging version, with the message preserved, the tone elevated, and one new paragraph added for more depth. 5. When someone criticizes your choices or lifestyle as the years unfold, life becomes a vivid tapestry stitched together with countless decisions, some bold and daring, others cautious and deliberate. Each choice carries a piece of your story, reflecting not only where you've been, but also who you've become. From the way you spend your hard-earned savings, to the meals that nourish your body, from the clothes that express your style, to the way you choose to fill your days, every decision is deeply personal. These choices are yours, shaped by your experiences, your triumphs, and the lessons carved into your journey. And yet, no matter how thoughtful your decisions, there will always be voices, sometimes gentle, sometimes sharp, that feel entitled to weigh in. Perhaps they question how you spend your money, the hobbies you pursue, or even the dreams you still dare to chase. These criticisms can land softly or cut deep, often cloaked in concern, but leaving you with the sting of judgment all the same. Here's what a lifetime of living has taught you: your choices are valid because they are yours. Every path you've taken, every risk you've embraced, and every sacrifice you've made are threads in the fabric of your life. No one else has walked in your shoes, carried your burdens, or celebrated your victories. No one else has earned the right to dictate how you live. Of course, hearing these opinions can still hurt, especially when they come from people you love and respect. But wisdom whispers this truth: you don't have to explain yourself. Not every criticism deserves a defense, and not every opinion requires your energy. Sometimes the greatest strength lies in choosing silence over conflict, letting their words pass like wind through an open window. You might respond with nothing more than a soft smile and a calm. That's an interesting perspective, knowing full well that your heart has already decided what matters most. This isn't surrender its power. It's choosing your peace over pointless battles, your joy over unnecessary approval. Remember this, more often than not, criticism is less about you and more about the lens through which others view life. A friend may question why you invest in experiences instead of savings, not realizing that memories, not numbers, are what fill your heart. A relative might scoff at your new hobby, failing to see how it nourishes your soul. Their opinions reflect their priorities, not your worth. Here's the gift of this stage in life. You've earned the freedom to live authentically, unapologetically, and on your terms. If you decide to chase adventure, savor solitude, or indulge in small luxuries, that's your choice, and it doesn't require justification. Your happiness, your peace, and your purpose are more valuable than anyone's approval. With every passing year, you've learned to measure life not by what others think, but by how deeply you feel fulfilled. The criticisms may keep coming, but they no longer have the power to shake you. You've outgrown the need to be understood by everyone because you finally understand yourself. And here's the beautiful irony. When you stop defending your choices, you create space for others to see you more clearly. Your quiet confidence speaks louder than any argument could. You become an example not of perfection, but of courage, authenticity, and self-respect. So the next time someone questions your path, pause, breathe, and remind yourself of this unshakable truth. You are living a life built by your hands, guided by your heart, and rooted in your wisdom. No criticism, no matter how persistent, can take that away from you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more senior health tips, nutrition guides, and wellness secrets. Hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our future videos. Number 6. When someone tries to take advantage of your kindness. Life has a way of teaching us that kindness is both a gift and a responsibility. Over the years, we cultivate compassion, generosity, and empathy qualities that make us who we are and bring meaning to our relationships. Yet, with this beautiful trait comes an undeniable truth. Kindness can sometimes make us vulnerable. Not everyone views your compassion as a blessing. Some see it as an open Duran invitation to take more than they should. It may come from a persuasive salesperson promising you the world, a concerned friend hiding selfish intentions, or a distant relative whose endless requests slowly become expectations. These moments test our boundaries. We often find ourselves caught between helping and protecting our peace, between following our heart and listening to our instincts. That inner conflict is natural and it's nothing to feel guilty about. When someone pressures you to decide quickly whether it's about money, favors, or emotional support, it's okay to pause. In fact, pausing is powerful. Simply saying, "I need a little time to think about this," is not hesitation, it's wisdom. This simple act gives you space to breathe, assess, and consult your instincts. Over the years, experience sharpens your intuition. You've learned to sense when something doesn't feel right, even if you can't yet explain why. Trust that inner compass rarely misguides you. Remember, protecting your kindness doesn't make you cold or uncaring. It makes you intentional. Not everyone who asks for your help is entitled to it, and setting boundaries doesn't diminish your generosity, it strengthens it. True kindness flows from confidence, not guilt. It's about giving with clarity, knowing that your energy, time, and resources are being directed where they're most needed and most appreciated. When your giving comes from a place of abundance and choice, it nourishes both you and those you choose to help. With time, we learn that our compassion is not limitless, it's precious. And like any precious resource, it deserves protection. By choosing where and how you give, you ensure your kindness remains a strength, not a weakness. If you're still here and finding value in these reflections, comment 3 below. I'd love to know you're with me. And here's something worth remembering. Every act of kindness is a light, but even light must be directed to shine where it matters most. Don't dim your radiance by giving it to those who exploit it. Save it for the places and people who honor it. So when someone tries to take advantage of you, remind yourself, you're not being unkind by hesitating. You're practicing discernment. Discernment is wisdom in action. It allows you to stand firm, protect your peace, and ensure that your giving carries meaning. Your kindness is your strength, but it's strongest when you choose where to place it. Protect it. Honor it. And above all, trust yourself enough to know when to say yes and when to gracefully walk away. With age comes an extraordinary kind of wisdom, the quiet strength born from decades of experiences, lessons, and choices. We learn that sometimes restraint is more powerful than reaction, silence louder than argument, and peace far more rewarding than proving a point. Choosing when to step back doesn't make us weak, it makes us wise. It takes courage to value harmony over pride, patience over impulse, and love over ego. This wisdom teaches us that we don't need to win every battle to live victoriously, only need to choose the battles that truly matter. And here's the new insight. Life's greatest victories aren't always visible to others. They're the ones we quietly win within ourselves. Every time we trust our intuition, protect our peace, and honor our boundaries, we reclaim power. We rise above manipulation, noise, and negativity, carrying with us a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. In the end, wisdom isn't about knowing everything, it's about knowing yourself. It's about living intentionally, giving generously, and walking through life with both compassion and courage. Before you go, take a moment to reflect on what resonated with you the most from today's journey. Was it the quiet strength that comes from restraint, the value of protecting your inner peace, or the freedom found in letting go of what no longer serves you? Whatever it is, hold on to it and let it guide you forward. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so share in the comments what you're taking away from this. If this message touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more meaningful insights. Thank you for watching. I look forward to hearing from you.